Hello, friends. Hello, hello. Welcome to Hammes FoodieFriday. My name is Jessica.
I'm Kenneth.
This is Freya. She is making peanut butter and jelly, but we are going to be making some Hawaiian chicken. This is a recipe that is kind of like Kenneth's creation because he has been kind of looking into
I've been doing some online food videos and learning some stuff and remembering things that some of my chef friends had taught me. But this is pretty simple. I mean, it really isn't that complicated of a thing. The main ingredients: chicken, and then pineapple and ginger are probably the predominant flavors, and then you got some coconut milk in there. I'm going to be toasting up some coconut flakes to top mine with.
Yeah.
Jessica doesn't like the coconut flakes, so yeah. So that's what we're going to be doing. Right now, I'm heating up my pan because whenever you go to cook, you want your pan hot. Don't put food in a cold pan.
That's me.
I need you out of the way, please.
That's something I'll do because
Thank
this
you.
is going to be really hot, baby. Yes.
So you can do this in a skillet. I'm going to be doing it in this pot here, so that way I will be able to make a little bit more of the sauce to go with it. Love the sauce. So basically, when you get your pan heated up, you're going to add your olive oil. And then you're going to watch to see your olive oil when it starts to do the little ridges and it starts getting a little bit of a rainbowy thing to it where you can see that the heat's affecting it. That's when your oil's hot enough to actually start putting stuff in there. Bet you didn't know that. So
I learn things from him all the time.
going to be putting a little bit of cornstarch on the chicken.
Like Michelob Ultra Light is Michelob Ultra.
You tell she's not a beer drinker.
Yes. So tomorrow I am making a special meal. Oktoberfest.
We're doing an Oktoberfest kind of thing. German American here.
Quick cooker, one pot Oktoberfest, and it just said like beer, and so I asked Kenneth which one he wanted, and he's a big fan of Michelob Ultra Light, whatever.
Michelob Ultra.
So needless to say, I go to the store, I go to H-E-B, I cannot find Michelob Ultra Light anywhere, so I was just like, I'm gonna have to go somewhere else to try to find Michelob Ultra Light, and he just started laughing at me. And then when I found out that it was basically Michelob Ultra,
It is a light beer.
a light beer. I told him that I almost asked one of the beer guys.
They would have gotten a kick out of that.
Kenneth said that if he was like one of the beer guys and I came up and asked him that question, he would go and get a bottle of water and hand it to me. I was just like, oh my gosh. Kind of felt retarded, but that's basically tell me that you don't drink beer by telling me that you don't drink beer.
Without saying that you don't drink beer.
Yeah. Yep, without saying. Yeah. Only me.
The adventures we have.
Yes.
Adventures.
Yes, exactly. You okay over there, boo-boo? So what are you doing right now? Breading the chicken?
Just putting a little bit of cornstarch on it.
Okay.
Then we're going to cook it right up.
Why cornstarch? Why not flour?
Cornstarch is going to give you cornstarch is going to give you a little bit of a crispy thing to the outside of it, whereas flour would be more like you're breading fried chicken.
Oh, okay.
This is more like the type of breading you would do for Oriental style stuff, so that's why I'm doing it for the Hawaiian style.
Okay, so you don't get that.
It's not a real
You don't
big,
get that
thick.
crispiness.
There'll be a little bit of a crispiness to it, but you're not going after a huge, thick, crispy crust.
Okay. All I know is that it was good.
What's down? There's
In fact, that day I did not want any of the the homemade Hawaiian macaroni salad because I wanted more of this. And then he was kind of offended, I think, because he was like, the macaroni salad isn't okay? I'm like, it's not that. I just want more of this.
Put a lot of work into making the macaroni salad. So.
Yeah, there is a lot of work that goes into that. Let's see here. Hi, Candace.
I'm getting this.
Hey, Trisha.
Wait.
Tarina.
Tarina. Yeah. So we're making up some steamed rice. We just put some rice in our rice cooker because it'll be much easier to do it that way.
Yeah.
Seriously, Chad? You've been like Q all day.
She hasn't been making
Until
a
now.
sound. We go
She's
live.
been Q.
Boop, 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 boop.
Q all day. Yeah. We don't say the 5-letter word.
What is it? Quiet?
Right, Trina? We don't say the 5-letter word.
So she just goes over here and babbles it.
Candace, yeah, we don't say that word.
Which is quiet.
Who else?
Which is quiet.
Candace and Tarina, that's the only ones I'm seeing.
No.
Leanne Hendershot.
Leon, hey girl.
She says, I love watching these videos.
These videos.
And Tarina's like, Hawaiian chicken, yum. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Oh. Now, this is based off of some suggestions from one of the things where it was like, oh, if you want to, you know, it was 5 different ways to basically do something with sauteed chicken, which is basically the difference is what you put in it and what type of sauce you make to go with it. And so I took the suggestion of coconut and ginger and ran with it, and this is what I came up with. And
we kind of came across, I think you kind of came across that way because we were looking for different ways. Chicken is a staple in our house,
and,
basically.
Yeah, and it's also an inexpensive protein compared to beef.
But we wanted to find different ways to be able to cook the chicken to try to
Have some variety.
have variety. But the girls are they're very picky.
They can go without,
They won't touch this tonight. That I know.
which just bothers us so
Straight out,
much.
they will not touch this. That's why I made enough noodles yesterday. We had spaghetti. I made like a homemade type sauce, and they didn't want the sauce, so Kenneth and I were happy with it. But I made a whole bunch of noodles because they like to just go in and get noodles and put some Prego sauce on it, and the way they go, you know.
Yeah, that's
Since
the
we,
cheese on it.
yep, since we've taught the girls to be pretty independent since day one, really.
Independent?
Mm-hmm.
What's this independent mean? I can't remember.
Doing things
Not
on your
dependent.
Independent?
own. You don't depend on us for everything. You're able to make your own choices, like when you're hungry,
Get food.
you look to see what's in the fridge, and you know that I usually have extra stuff in there just for you.
Yeah. Also, I know how to use the kettle so I can make my ramen.
Yup, you know how to use the kettle now, the water kettle, so that you can make your ramen.
It's easy peasy.
Mm-hmm. You know how to use the microwave to do corn dogs for Sissy.
Well, I'm still trying to figure out how to work this oven toaster thing.
Yeah. Well, we know you know how to make bagels from the oven
Pretty
toaster
much,
thing.
but I don't do it often, so I mostly forget. Yeah, but I still have to do it.
Mommy's definitely not moving. Somebody is brushing my hair, so yeah, I don't
I
move.
haven't brushed my hair in quite a while.
Yes, I know. You have like huge knots in your hair.
have no idea where my brush is because I haven't shown it.
Huge knots. Any of you have like a child that is close to double digits that doesn't like to take a bath, doesn't like to take a shower, doesn't like to brush their hair? Yeah, I have a child that's in that stage. She can literally go for 2 weeks without taking a shower or brushing her hair. Doesn't bother her one bit. Wow. And then this one, she wants to take a bath every single day. She does her hair.
More than once
Yes.
a day, if
She
you
does
let
her
her.
hair. She puts her makeup on now.
And I change clothes.
Yes, you usually go through about 2 or 3 sets of clothes a day.
Good for me to down.
Closed for about 2 days, maybe more.
This one is the girly girl.
5 days in a row.
This one, she's not a huge girly girl. Not at
really
all.
like blue.
And both of them have been cute all day.
Yes, they've been cute all day. Until now.
I've been trying to meet.
Did Tarina say yes?
Yep.
Yeah.
I know what to do.
Lately at the hospital, yeah, we definitely have not been using the cute word. But it's that time of year, July is usually swamped. That's usually baby land. What are you doing?
So just picking these up.
You like your little tongs?
Yes.
Got these
My little
tongs.
saute tongs.
Yep, got your little saute tongs from Pampered Chef. I'm
And
really loving them.
love these little trays for breading. We got a set of 3, so like if you have to do a wash, you know, like you're breading fried chicken or you're breading chicken fried steak, you could have your 3 trays lined up and just boom, boom, boom. Great stuff.
But one of your trays are missing right now.
Yeah, it's because somebody has a whole bunch of rice in it for some reason.
It's because somebody likes to play with rice. Is it sticking?
Huh?
Is it sticking to the bottom of the pan?
No, it's not sticking to the bottom of the pan. I'm trying to pick them up without taking the breading off. And the little tongs aren't doing good for picking it up without taking the breading off.
Got it.
We want to keep the breading on there for when this goes back in to the pot. See, that's all we're doing.
Those look yummy. Really what? Do you need more oil in it?
Huh?
No?
I will do it in just a second.
Oh.
There's enough left in there. I gotta wait. Add a little oil. Gotta wait for the oil to get hot.
Someone was asking me, so what sides are you gonna have with your Hawaiian chicken? I'm like,
Rice.
steamed rice. Maybe a little bit of salad. Could always chop up a little bit of the lettuce and create a little salad.
Got tomatoes we need to use.
Yeah.
Yay, Krispies.
Well, that's all in our Oktoberfest for tomorrow.
Don't know.
I know, because you're not making it. I am.
Although I am going to be doing breakfast tomorrow.
Yes. So the 1 pot Oktoberfest is 4 slices of bacon, 3 brats, yellow onion, red potatoes, carrots, canola oil, salt, beer, whole grain or stone ground mustard, apple cider vinegar, garlic cloves, and parsley sprigs. Not right now. Not right now. Not right now. You can easily do space buns yourself. You just divide your hair in 2 ponytails and then you put those on.
I can't really eat this.
Wow.
That's what I like about space buns. I like it equal.
Space buns.
Space buns,
Space
yes.
buns are the one of the space buns.
Space buns.
Took me a little bit to figure out what the heck she was talking about. Basically, almost kind of like Princess Leia.
And also, it's my tongue piece.
Your little
They have
tongs.
hands. 1, 2,
Your little tongs, when you were in the store with me at HEB, she always finds all the little gadgets that are hanging as you're going down the aisles. Always.
And Mommy couldn't resist.
Never fails. Because they were so cute.
Yeah.
They were so cute. And it stops you from using Daddy's new Pampered Chef tongs.
Or maybe those
Because now you have your own tongs. No, we will be.
which are rented.
Yes, I know. You got your own now. And they're cuter. They're cuter. So after you get done doing the chicken part, then what do?
I grown hair on my wrist.
After the chicken is done in here,
Grown hair
what we do
on my
is you're going to throw in your ginger, saute that up a little bit to get it nice and fragrant, open up the flavors of it. And then I'm going to add a little bit of cornstarch to the pan to make a little bit of a roux. And then I'm going to deglaze the pan, which is where you put cold liquid into the hot pan. And what that does is it helps break up all the stuff that may be sticking to the bottom of your pan, called the fond. And all that stuff becomes nice, flavorful pieces of floating around in your sauce.
in the mouth.
And I'm going to deglaze this with a little bit of pineapple juice.
Yes.
And then once I start getting the yeah, we have some in the fridge. We just opened up a new can of pineapple for this, and she's like, I drink all the pineapple juice. Yeah, there's some in the fridge. Otherwise, I would have said something when I saw you drinking the pineapple
Well,
juice.
I do have other pineapple.
We don't need to open up 2 Mongo cans of pineapple.
No, I actually have a thing of pineapple juice. 100% pineapple juice that I got from HEB last week that I haven't opened up yet.
Why? Okay.
We never saw it.
Not sure why we would get that.
Because I was just craving pineapple juice. I never knew I liked pineapple juice until I had it. Like, had it without the pineapple in it.
Okay, one of the things you want to make sure though is that you get this cooked all the way through, but not completely cooked. Basically, you want to have all the pink gone.
Yeah, please don't give me raw chicken.
That means you have to keep moving your stuff around in here, turning the sides, and that's what you do. So, want to give a shout out to Justin at the Men's Room Barbershop. The beard was getting a little scraggly, didn't like the way it was looking, so when I went for my haircut, I had him trim it up, and I really like the results. Jessica thinks it looks better this way too, so it's a win all the way around. Because you know, I was going for the bearded Viking look. I'm not trying to look like the guys on Duck Dynasty.
But it was fun. It's fun to play in.
I know nothing. I know nothing about the strudel.
Only women who have men with beards understand that.
So what you're saying is only women who have real men.
Oh, no, I never said that.
Hi, Luann.
You guys, this child wants her space buns and
Yeah, I don't know how many of y'all watched Saturday Night Live, but when Peter Dinklage was on there, they did this skit with Gwen Stefani, Space Pants. And every time she says space buns, I'm thinking of that skit. I don't know if anybody else remembered that. So let me tell you folks, those homemade potato chips from last week, they were so good. Jessica was going through the spice rack looking at the stuff that was in there. We don't have a label yet for the barbecue seasoning that I made up to put on the potato chips. And she's like, what is this?
there you go. Now you got your space buns. I know right now she's going to want to wear those to school one day.
Yeah.
And then halfway through the day, she's going to have a headache. She'll have to take them out.
No.
That's why you had a headache yesterday, because it was pulled up like that. People who have long hair tend to get headaches very easily when they pull their hair up.
They tend to get headaches pretty easily just from the weight of the hair,
Yeah.
depending upon how long it is. It's like,
See?
I've known some people with really long hair and they had headaches all the time.
Tuck your veins behind your ear and away you go. There you go. They saw your spacey buns. Come in front of me, Daddy. Can you move so that they can see your space buns? There you go. See? There you go.
Spacey
Okay.
onesie.
Go away.
Did you just do that?
Yes. I hit you in the booty. Move you out of the way. Last round,
Last round. Then comes the good
and
stuff.
then we get to the good stuff. So next time we should probably do some of this up first.
Ain't that big a deal.
That's okay.
They can listen
So
to
what
us
are you
ramble.
what are you doing for 4th of July? Let me know down below. Are you having family over? Are you
Nope.
having outdoor barbecue?
Nope.
I'm working, so I'll be at the hospital working, but I forgot to pick them up at HEB today, but I gotta go get some baked beans because I'm bringing that for,
The hospital potluck.
well, we're not allowed to have potluck, so no, I'm just bringing it for my friends.
No, allowed to have potluck.
Yeah, no, I'm just bringing it for my friends.
They're having a potluck.
No, we're not.
Kind of like when the Army was like, we cannot mandate that you attend, but you will be there. And you
Yes.
will have fun.
Oh, mandatory fun days?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I always hated that crap.
The mandatory fun days to try to bring the unit together.
Let's improve your unit cohesiveness by making everybody suffer the same way.
No, we're, okay, bye. We are having pulled pork, because we were discussing and they're like, what do we want to do for 4th of July? I said, we are not doing hot dogs and we are not doing hamburgers. It's what you guys always do and we are not doing that. So she's like, ooh, let's do pulled pork. I'm like, that sounds good. So we're gonna have pulled pork.
Not that they're planning it like it's a potluck or anything.
Nope, I'm bringing baked beans. I think that's all I know. Wow, we got another painting called World Feast.
Yeah. Where is
It's on the stairs. World.
Yes, so our 9-year-old
Stop animal what? Testing? Oh,
Yeah.
has basically decided that we need art on our walls, which is something I've talked to Jessica about, but we just haven't had the money or the inclination to really work at it. And
or find art that we both agree on. because I'm not really an art person. So Isadora took matters in her own hands.
Her own creative hands.
Yep. So stop animal testing, world peace. You should look at it. It's on the stairs.
Come with me, folks. Stop animal testing, world peace.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, it is a step up from when they used to just draw on the walls.
Yes.
I will take this.
Yes.
I will take them making art and putting it up on the walls because that's so much better.
As long as we're not gluing it to the walls, though, because they did that.
They did that one time, yeah.
They did that one time too. Drawing on the walls and then gluing their artwork to the wall upstairs.
As that blue.
Yeah. That's actually a wall that I want to turn into a magnetic chalkboard wall. I just haven't done it yet. One of my friends, Keisha, she was telling me on how to do it. But they have like magnetic paint, I guess, that, you know, you would sand down the wall, put on the primer, and then your magnetic paint, and then let that dry, and then over top of that put the chalkboard paint. So then your kids can just also put magnets on it and all that wonderful stuff. But I haven't gotten to that yet. Right.
Time, money, and inclination.
Yeah.
How many things in our lives would be different if time, money, and the inclination to actually do it were different?
Yeah. I don't really have the time. I work 3 days a week.
I don't have the patience.
Yeah, no, you don't. Can you imagine trying to do that all by yourself with them home with you?
I can imagine fighting them off because they want to come in there and paint.
Well, actually, what Keisha had told me, she said involve them in it. You gotta like buff out the wall or whatever, or do that. They have to do that.
If they want it, they have to work at it.
Yep. Yeah, that's what she was telling me. She's like, get them involved in it, because then that will get them excited to help you and
Take some
do
ownership of it.
Yep. But I don't know if I have the patience for that. Because you know me around this house, oh, why aren't you doing your stuff? Oh, just let me do it. That's me, right? You're gonna plead the fifth?
I'm not pleading anything. I'm just not saying a word.
No, it's true. I know that about myself. Hi, Spooks.
Little type A, yeah. That would be her.
Yes, I am a type A.
All right, now that we got our chicken cooked.
Oh, this is the good part. Yes.
So, now we come to making basically what's going to turn into our really fragrant and yummy sauce. So, get the oil in the pan, let it heat up a bit. Whew. Fresh chopped ginger.
And why do you keep your ginger in the freezer?
Because it stays fresh longer.
But in the store, they don't have it in the freezer.
Yeah, but they're not keeping it as long as we do.
Is that just a given that ginger is supposed to go in the freezer?
No.
Okay.
You can keep it anywhere. You can keep it out on the...
So that's like a good foodie tip.
Yeah, if you buying fresh ginger, you're getting a root. And unless you're using it rapidly, the best thing... Oh, smell that.
Mm-hmm. Did you know that like our garlic that I get in the squeeze bottle, they have ginger in a squeeze bottle right with it now?
Nope.
Yes. I almost thought about getting that, but I know you really like to mess around with your ginger. So I haven't gotten you one. Although it might be good to have it on hand for quick and easy, right?
Perhaps.
If you want to, I can always get some.
Can you get the pineapple juice out, please?
Sure.
So, basically, made a roux here with the remainder of the cornstarch that we were using. And a roux is basically fat and starch.
How much do you need, babe? I'm just mixing it up. There are a couple of pineapple pieces in there.
How do we do it? Pop it open.
There you go.
There we go.
We'll just leave it out in case you need more.
I'm not going to do more.
Okay. I'll put it away then. Otherwise, I'll sit there and drink it, and I don't need all the pineapple juice. I already had way more than enough. Hey, Isadora, I got you real chocolate milk.
Yay!
Which is made from brown cows.
Real chocolate milk. That girl. There's, yeah, it was I had a soy chocolate milk, and apparently that is not a real chocolate milk. So she actually got one of my white marker things, that the white chalk markers, and put on there real chocolate milk for me to pick up.
Okay. So, add the coconut milk.
Stop. Go.
Of course, we're going to turn the heat down a bit.
Did you turn it down or you turned it up?
I turned it down. I just turned it down more than I thought.
Oh, okay.
So, we're going to let this get to where it's simmering. Then the chicken goes back in. Mix it up. And we're going to throw some chunks of pineapple in there with it. In the meantime, if you really want to open up the flavor of coconut flakes, the best thing to do is to toast them. And gives you a little bit of a different texture with it and everything. Now, if you like to bake and you want to do coconut flakes with some like toppings for your baked goods and everything else, it's really not that big of a deal to do. Hot pan that's dry, nothing in it, and you're going to put some coconut flakes in it, and you're going to watch it carefully because you're just going to stir it up while it browns. And as soon as you start to really see it, just lightly brown, you don't want it getting crispy, you don't want it getting burnt. You just want to have it start to brown just a little bit. So keep stirring it, and then you'll have your toasted coconut flakes for whatever it is that you want to use. Now, I'm going to use it with this as a topping on mine. If you like coconut, you can just throw some coconut flakes into the sauce, and you'd be perfectly fine doing that. Got a little bit of a simmer going here.
No, thank you.
It's funny, she loves the coconut milk in it. I think it's a texture thing when it comes to the coconut flakes.
I am not a coconut person.
So the fact that you like this coconut.
Even donuts like with coconut on them or whatever. But I like this. I don't taste the coconut. I usually taste the ginger.
That's because I put plenty of ginger in there.
It could be a different story if the ginger wasn't there.
Okay, got this starting to heat up. I know. Super scooper.
And I am a huge fan of pineapple, you guys. So even with the pineapple in there, it's not enough pineapple for me.
I'm putting more pineapple in here than I did last time.
But I'm still probably good.
She is going to. It's not probably. She is going to.
Yeah.
But to get some pineapple in there.
That's just me. I'm a huge pineapple fan. You like pineapple too. Not as obsessed as I am about it though.
What really sucks is because of the medications I'm on, one of my favorite fruits
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to have anymore. That being grapefruit. Mm-hmm. So, one thing that you want to see when you have a good sauce, see how it's sticking. If it wasn't sticking, that means you didn't get enough starch in it.
Okay. I didn't know that either.
Things I'm learning.
See, I'm learning all kinds of things when he cooks.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I learned some of this stuff from my chef friends that were working on their degrees at the culinary school at the Art Institute. And I've learned some of it from Chef Todd Moore. I've watched some of his videos.
And our chef at the hospital that I work at
In fact,
is a graduate from the culinary school, our top chef.
Chef Todd Moore had a web cooking class that was around the world in 5 sautés, and this is based off of one of those sautés. And there's a south of France chicken that you can do where you use diced shallot, deglaze the pan with white wine, throw in some goat cheese and dill and grain mustard, and serve it with noodles.
What one is that for?
Huh?
What one is that for?
South of France?
Oh, that would be interesting.
You told me no because you don't like goat cheese.
Oh God, no. No, goat cheese tastes like goats and smell like goats, no. I've had goat cheese. No.
Okay.
No. Or goat milk.
Where's the meat?
I'm sorry. I didn't do anything. It wasn't me. Not it.
Looking for my lid.
Not
All right,
it.
got my pan hot. And since I'm the only one that's going to be eating these, I'm only going to put in just a little bit. Of course, you can toast your coconut flakes in the oven as well. Receptacle for coconut flakes.
So how long do you have to simmer?
Basically what we're doing now is we're simmering the sauce to let it thicken up a bit. Sorry. And the other thing that we want to do is let that sauce get all over the chicken, let the pineapple and chicken pick up some of that sauce flavor. The other thing that we're doing is, remember I told you we wanted to get the chicken almost cooked? This finishes cooking them.
Okay.
So that way,
Approximately how long?
15 minutes.
15 minutes or so? Okay.
And then just toasting up the coconut.
Okay.
Time to start rounding up all the craziness.
Yep.
So I'm just,
I can already see it browning up a little.
I'm just getting a little bit of browning on it. Now, if y'all are familiar with toasted coconut, it's got like this beige, light brown color. And it's starting to come in there a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, just want to keep stirring it around. You want to keep it moving. Oh, love the smell. Love the smell of toasted coconut. This is going to be so good on that. This is going to be so good.
You're in heaven with your food today.
I'm in heaven with my food today because this is honest. This is honest to God, my creation. I mean, I may have had a little bit of inspiration from things, but I'm the one that came up with, this is how I'm going to execute this. This is how much I'm going to do with the ingredients.
And I don't always like the creations.
No, I've done a couple other creations and she's been like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay, folks.
I think that's it.
This is pretty much toasted up coconut there. So that is going to be my topping.
So we're just gonna let the chicken with the coconut and all that cook and kind of marinate for about another 15 minutes so that chicken gets fully cooked through and the sauce can kind of soak into that chicken a little bit and thicken up. So there's his coconut.
There's the toasted coconut, and oh, let me tell you, love the smell of it.
All right, you guys. So until our next video, stay true to yourself, be authentic, be genuine, show love to others, and of course, be kind.
Bye.
All right. And as you can see, the sauce is thickening up even more, so this is great. Peace, love, and photography, folks. Remember, everyone can make a beautiful image, including you.